Okay. These are important for our work there. There, when we do like advanced Python, there you should not get doubt that why are we doing this or how do we do this. Okay.
Okay.
You should be comfortable. You should be confident about this basic stuff, right? Okay. Now we'll talk about list. Okay. So we just saw the glimpse of list in the previous example, right? When we were doing what?
That split. Yeah.
We were doing split,
Yeah.
right? So split will give us as a
List.
yes. So coming back to list. Now list is also called collection, just like string. Okay. Why? String will have multiple characters and list will also have multiple values. So list is called collection. Collection means it can store more than one value. So when we spoke about integer, float, okay, one variable would have only one value. Now I'm talking about something which can store more than one value. So we call them as collection. So list is a collection. List is a linear collection. Okay, linear means one dimensional.
Yes.
Don't have multiple dimensional. Okay, it's called linear collection. Okay, and let's see if we have to add more meaning in the definition, we'll come back and we'll add. So how do we declare it first? So let's say I declare a variable called list1 and I will put square bracket. Okay, understand this one. This is our second usage of square bracket, correct? What was the first usage? When did we use first time?
Indexing.
Indexing, correct. Okay, so square bracket is used for indexing as well as creating a list. So your square bracket has two usage. Most of them has more than two uses. We'll see them as we learn one by one. So right now we are seeing second usage of list. Now, how do I differentiate? If I see a square bracket, how do I know that we are talking about indexing or we are talking about a list? Indexing, variable name will be preceded, right? So you'll have variable name and then you will have square bracket. You will not have standalone square bracket, correct? So
Yes.
if I want to know this, want to do the indexing of str1, I will say str1 square bracket, right? In list, okay, you will have standalones like this. Okay, so this is called list, and you want to see the type, you can print. What is the how do I check the data type of a variable?
Type
Which
function.
function? Yes,
Type
type
function.
function. We use type. So the data type, okay, is type of list1.
List.
Okay, that's a variable. And okay, we're still pointing to the wrong file. We'll run it here. So say it
Class
says
list.
list. Okay, so this is of data type list, class list. If you had run for integer, would have got class int. If you had run for class string, would have class str, right? We have seen all those things before.
Yes. Yes.
So now if you run type for list1, you get list. This is how you know that it's a list. And how many elements are there in that?
Length.
Length. Okay.
Yeah.
So len is a global function. We use it for string and we can use it for list as well.
Yes.
Number of values equal to
Length.
len of
List1.
list1. Obviously, we have not added any value, so it says
0.
0. You can add value like 20, 30, right? Now, if you run it, it will give you two values. Okay. Now,
Yes.
list can have values from different data types, basic data types.
Okay.
Okay, that means I can enter integer,
Integers,
I can
float.
enter float, I
Yes.
can enter, our values are separated by comma.
Okay.
Values are separated by comma as well. Okay, that's another thing that you need to keep in mind. Okay, so separated by comma. Okay, so here you have float, you can add complex, you can add boolean, you can
Yeah.
even add a list to the list.
Okay.
Okay, you can add list to the list. Okay, now when you run it, now this list has 1, 2, 3, 4
Four.
members.
Is four numbers.
4 members. So this is one member for list because this is one value, isn't it? This is one member for the list. Okay, so and I like list because this also describes how we should behave in a team. Okay, let's say we are all different people, right?
Yes.
But together we have come to form a team called list one.
Mm.
So individually we will have our own properties. We don't lose our individual identity. But as a team, as a list, we get more power. We get additional responsibility. Okay, you can use list to talk about team, right? How team should behave. Okay, so if I do data type of list one, you will get list, right? Because entire thing is list
Entire
one,
is in list. Yes.
right? Now,
Yes.
if I have to get first member from the list, what should I do?
Now we can index
Yes, so list one, okay, square bracket
bracket
0.
0. Yes.
Indexing is exactly same the way we did in strings.
Yes.
So I'm not going to repeat it again.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes. Yes.
exactly,
Same.
yes, exact same as a string. Okay, so if I need to get first member, I have to say, okay, I have to say list of one, square
1.
bracket one. And here Python knows that, okay, this square bracket is not list, but this square bracket is a,
Index.
sorry,
So index.
it's an indexing, yes, because it has the variable name
Variable.
before itself.
Yes.
Okay, it has variable name before itself. That's why it has to be, okay, okay, great. So again, I said exact same thing applies. Colon for continuous values. Okay, it has minus and plus indexing. Okay, so forward and backward. -1 give you the last element. Okay, so let's say this is your first number. I want to know the type of this, type of your list of 0. So type of list 1 is list. Type of
Type
list
one.
0 has to be integer.
Yes.
It's integer value.
Yes. Yes.
So this is what I said, that, as an individual, they retain their identity.
Yes.
Okay, it is still integer only. Okay, value. Together, it has become a list. So we have already discussed about the properties of integer, right? Like addition, comparison, all those things.
Yes. Arithmetic. Yes.
Hmm. So those things will be applicable to this member, not to all. But as a list, there are few more methods. Just like we have methods for the string that we did yesterday, today, you have methods for the list as well. Okay, you have methods for list as well. So we will do those, but before that, let's look at a couple of properties which are very similar to your string. Okay, before that, okay, since we have done first member, let's also do last member, because last member is special, isn't it? So -1, -1. So this will give you -1, which is 2, 3, 5, and this will give you type of -1, which is list, right?
List.
Okay. You can add to list just like you could add to string. So I can say here, let's say 1, 2, 3, and here you say 10, 20, 30. If you run it, you'll get 1, 2, 3, 10, 20, 30. So it will take the members from the first list and the second list members from the second list and add them together. So you can add two lists. You can add in the sense concatenating, right? You're combining them
Yes.
together, just like string. You can even multiply a list with a variable. So you can say 1, 2, 3, okay, into 3. So 1, 2, 3 into 3 is
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3,
Okay.
right? You can even say, oh, no, not print. You can even do this, what you call for I in, okay? So we have seen range, we have seen string. You can say list 1. For I in list
Okay.
1, you can say for I in list 1, and you can say print I. Okay. Now when you say print I, you see 20, 30, true, 2, 3, 5, all these things. You can iterate through this. Exactly like string, right?
Yeah.
It can, you can even have a string in this, right? You can even have string. So you can even say hello, right? So when you
Yeah.
iterate through this is the first member 20, second member, third, fourth, fifth member, and you iterate through these 5 members. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So as I said, you can iterate through this, or you can even say for I in len of list 1, right? And this you can put a range here. Okay. So I'm doing a range of len of list 1. Len will give me how many values? 1, 2, 3,
1, 2,
4,
3,
5.
4.
5.
Yes.
It's saying len of list 1 will give me 5, correct? So it's like range of 5. So if I print I will get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you want to print values, you can print something like this. Okay. List 1 of I. So first I will be 0. List 1 of 0 will be 20. So you'll
Okay.
have position as well as value. Position is
Yeah.
0, value is 20. Position is 1, value is 30.
Yeah. Yeah.
Position is 2, true. 3, hello. 4, this. If you want to iterate through the fourth one, okay, you can do something like this. Like you can even do, because it's a list. Individually, it is also a list. So you can say list 1 of -1. List 1 of -1 will give you 2, 3, 5. Right? So you can perform these operations on list. Okay. So one thing that we have learned here is that it is a ordered collection. What is order? When we gave the values, right, members to this list, we did not have to specify the position.
Yes.
Automatically it assigned the position, just like string, right? 20 got position 0, 30 got position 1, true got position 2. Automatically the position got assigned. So we say list is a linear ordered collection. Okay. And
Yes.
there's one property which is different than string. If I want to change the value of, let's say first member, I want to put first member as string 20. Okay, so I say list of 1 of 0 equal to 20. Now when you print list 1, okay, you see it is 20 here,
It replaced.
right? This was
Yeah.
not possible in string,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
any question there?
No.
Okay. So this was not possible there, right? So one more word we can add, that is a linear ordered mutable collection. Okay,
Okay.
you can edit. So it is mutable. Strings you can't edit. So it is immutable. Okay. And we have less time. So instead of doing the methods of list, I want to talk about another data type. Okay, another collection. Okay, which is called tuple. And tomorrow we will see the properties of list as well as tuple. Okay, so tuple is very similar to list. Okay, difference is here you don't use square bracket, but you use simple bracket. Okay, same as list. So same, I'll take here, I'll paste it here, and instead of list 1, I'll say T1, let's say. Okay, here instead of this square bracket, you will have simple bracket. Okay, this is called tuple. So when I print type of T1, okay, you see you get tuple. Okay, what is the difference between tuple and
Yeah.
the list, right? So let's copy this and see. It is also linear, one-dimensional. It is also ordered. That means indexing is exactly same as list or as string. So if I need first member, I will say print T1 of 0. Indexing is exactly same. If I want last member, I'll say T1 of -1,
-1. Yeah.
right? You
Yeah.
get exact, the way you do it.
20.
20 is
Yes.
first member, 2, 3, 5 list is the last member.
Yes.
Only difference is it is immutable.
Okay.
Okay, I cannot do T1 of 0 equal to even 20. Okay, okay, let's make it different to look it different. Okay, this is not possible. Exit code 1 error. Tuple object does not support item assignment. See, exact same content we got yesterday also. String object does not support item assignment. So the immutable version of list is tuple. Immutable version of list is tuple. Okay, so if you want to make sure that nobody by mistake changes the value inside a list, then you make it as a tuple. Okay, so advantage of making tuple is that when you want to do reading, the reading is faster when it is tuple, right? So see, you can imagine a list as a road which is two-way, where it's like city road where you can expect vehicle from opposite side also. Okay,
Yeah.
because it can come from anywhere. You can add, update, delete. But when you know that nobody can update you, when you know that this road is covered and nobody will come in opposite direction, your speed will be faster, isn't it?
Yes.
Right? Same thing, imagine that, in tuple, that since you are not able to edit it, don't give same example in the interview, but this is for your understanding purpose. Okay,
Yes. Yes.
that when you use tuple, this is okay, since it's no longer, it knows that nobody can edit it. Okay, you can your reading will be faster. So if you are using values for reading purpose, like doing for loop, okay, it's better that you use tuple. Okay, and if you are doing it to store values where lot of edit will happen, okay, if lot of edit will happen, then
List.
list. Okay, and another beauty of this is that you can convert list to tuple and tuple to list
Okay.
without any problem. So if you want to use list, use list. You're done, convert into tuple. Okay, you want to convert to tuple, you use as tuple. And then when you're done, you can convert into list. So that means if I say L1 equal to 359, okay, and if you print this, the type of L1,
List.
you will get list, right? Because it's a string. You can say L1 equal to tuple of L1.
Okay.
Okay. Now
Okay.
when you do this, it is, see, tuple.
Okay. Okay.
You can again convert it back into list. See, Python is providing you with all these options. Okay. It's up to us when to use which one, right? So since there's no problem, you can convert tuple to list and list to tuple without any problem. So L1 was list, became tuple, and again it became list. So list function, tuple function, just like int function, str function, bool function converts into its own data type.
Wow.
Make sense?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. So this is how we use tuple. Now, okay, now you can compare two tuple. Now let's say T1 equal to 2, 4, 6, 8. And I have T2, which is 100,000. Which one is bigger? T1 is bigger or T2 is bigger?
A1.
T1.
Yes.
If T1 is greater than T2, print T1. Okay, else or
Okay.
elif T2 is greater than T1, print T2, right? And else they're equal. Okay, so yes, what it does is it compares the first member and the first member. Even if I make it 10,000 also, and even if I make it, 100K also, okay, which one is bigger?
A1.
T1 is bigger.
Yes.
Okay, so it always compares first member.
Okay.
Okay, now,
Okay.
okay, so first member of T1 is bigger. Even if you say 2, 4, or just 2, 2 is bigger. Okay, but let's say if they are same. Okay, if it was 3, then T2 is bigger,
T2 is bigger.
right? T2 is bigger. But let's say if they are same. If they are same, then we'll compare the second member.
Second number. Okay.
So you will see it says T2 is bigger. If second member is also same, now it'll compare the third member. Okay, let's say third member is also same. Then it compare the fourth member. If fourth member is also same, it will compare the fifth member. And let's say fifth member is also same. Then
Equal.
equal, they are equal. Okay, so it will first compare the first member only, not the rest of the thing. If they're equal only, it will go to check the second member. If second is also equal, only then it'll go to third, then only fourth, then only fifth. If there are no more elements to check and all are equal, then you say they are equal.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So this is about tuple. Now, if I have to, just like we had methods in string, and we have to do the methods for tuple. If I say t1 dot, okay, you see m, you only have count and index. Only two methods, right? Life is so easy, isn't it? Well, you have to
Yes.
remember only two methods. count and index. Count will tell you how many values there. So if I say T1 of 100, how many values are there? How many hundreds are there in T1?
1.
Yes. Okay. So when you run it, you get 1. If I make this also as, let's say I make this as 100, then you will get
2.
2. Okay. Simple. Index will tell you the position.
Yes.
So what is the index of 100?
1.
Hmm? Yes, first occurrence only, right?
Yes.
So it is 0 and this is 1. So answer
1.
is 1. So index is like find there of string where is 100. So it is as first position. So index and count. Since it is immutable, you cannot edit. So no editing kind of like replace, add, delete, all those things are not there. You can only read the data from the tuple. So index and count is like reading only. You're not making any change to the data. Okay. Now same T1, if I convert into list, so I say T1 equal to, or I'll say L1 equal to list of T1. Okay. And now when you say L1 dot, okay, you see, you have so many methods that we have to remember. Not as many as string, but still good number of methods you have here. Okay, this also has count. This also has index, okay, which are very similar to what we did in the tuple, right? So a count of 100 and, okay, index of 100. So let me put this one here. Let me put this one here. Let me close it. Okay, so you'll get exact same answer because values are exact same, right?
Yes.
Okay, but there are some important aspects which we will do tomorrow. That's why I didn't want to do it today. Okay, um, first one that we'll do now and we'll stop is this called append. I want to add new values to the list. Okay, so I'll say L1 dot append. Append what? I want to add 99. So you see print L1 equal to L1. This value will be added at the end. Always append will at the end. So I want to add one more value. Let's say 199. Now you see, after 99, you have 199. I want to add one more value, 299. Okay, you have 299 as well. So we keep on adding values at the end. There's one more function to add the value. Okay, so I'll say L1 after append. We have one more method, okay, just like append, called insert. Insert and append, both will add members to the list. Then what's the difference? Okay,
Insert might be in between.
insert takes two values, yes. Insert takes two values, you see here. I told ignore self, index and object. Index is position and the value object. So which position you want to insert? I want to insert add second index. Which value you want to insert? Maybe 555.
Okay.
Okay. Now you see the L1. Okay. I had said second position. So 0, 1
1.
is as it is, no change. 555 came at second position and everything else moved to the right.
Right.
I will add 444 at second position. 444. Now what happened?
555 will move. Right.
Yes, everything else moved and 444 came at second position.
Okay.
If I said I want to add at 200 position, 200 is not there.
Yes.
It will add it at the end.
And okay.
Okay. So these are the two methods to add values. We'll stop here for today. Tomorrow we'll see how to remove. Okay, how to remove the values from the list, and we'll take one example. Okay, and then we'll do few more methods which are there. So hopefully tomorrow we should be able to wrap up with the list.
Okay.
Any questions before we leave?